6 a.m.
A mammogram can shape your motherhood. The Jamaica Cancer Society, helping women now. Visit the website at jcs.live. Early detection saves lives.
Oh, I think that I found myself.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orvin Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's a live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yeah.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Hey everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi, brought to you by Grace, Singer, and IslandNet Services.
Where it all begins. The quest to become great. Inspired by those who went before them, these four boys dream of playing in the ISSA schoolboy football competitions.
Will you score this for Casey? Will you score? It's a shot, it's a goal!
And it's a shot, and it's a goal! And Casey has won the Manning Cup, and they will play Clarendon College in the Olivia Shield. And that's what you love to see. They may be rivals, but the camaraderie is what it's all about. Can't wait for the final.
With the bus, the man, I want to watch my son up here finals on CVM, you know.
But mums, you can't watch it on CVM website, man.
Score! My son score! My son score! My son score! My son score!
Greatness begins here. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. Oh, me! See it happen on CVM TV. I'm out.
Well, some people don't want no more rain. Some people, we're very wet. The soak. Yeah, and soaked.
Wet.
Soap.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my Lord. Tell us about it.
Real soap, boy.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, my Lord. It is a wet Monday morning.
Yeah.
From the the length and breadth of Jamaica, every crevice and corner, as Jamaicans are every crevice,
Every crevice.
and corner is wet this morning. But we are here to try and bring you some.
We have to get you out.
Sunshine.
We have to get you out.
Yeah. Because I know.
Boy, Rye Forrester. Anyway, Rye Forrester. Boy, there's an upper level surface trough.
Wind speeds, right? Listen
My
to
God.
me. It is definitely one of those moments where you wish today was a holiday, like you wish from Friday it was gonna be like a long holiday weekend,
holiday, yeah.
and you wouldn't have to go back to work until probably like Wednesday, right? And you could just stay in this morning, make some good breakfast, boil some mackerel, salt mackerel or tin mackerel, boil dumpling, banana, and drink some tea and just cover up in your bed because.
All right, enough on the food talk because remember say Sunday, you eat dinner early by Sunday.
That is so
it's
true.
a Monday morning on
You're
the show.
hungry.
Monday morning on the show.
You're hungry. It would say,
You're
are you hungry?
Are you hungry?
Are you hungry? Yeah, I'm hungry. Good morning to everybody. But I got to tell you, but I do believe though that when it rains, house for clean and belly for full.
Yes.
That's just my mantra, right? So
Like,
you're
is there
also
rain?
nice.
Do you have rain food?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You have comfort food, man.
Yeah, rain food.
Yeah, man.
Like as you mentioned, cornmeal dumpling.
Yeah.
Cornmeal dumpling. There's something about cornmeal dumpling and rain. Well, it's always
Cornmeal dumpling, yeah, for me.
But like we used to have like maybe sometimes like a porridge,
Right,
like you have something heavy, substantial.
So like a rain food is porridge, either hominy corn or banana. Well, you don't like banana, but banana or plantain or even simola porridge. You know what I mean? Or some bulgur fried dumpling. I have that with probably cook up saltfish.
Yes,
you know what I mean? Cook up saltfish. Again, tin mackerel and my style, tin mackerel round down. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Something like that, and you have to have plantain in it, or you have egg bread, plantain and sausage. And Caribbean Dreams tea.
You know, that is, we need a name for that sandwich.
Yeah.
You know, like how you have a Cuban sandwich?
Yeah, the Jamaican sandwich.
That Jamaican, can I have a Jamaican sandwich, please?
Yeah.
Egg,
bread, sausage, and not even, sauces. Sachets.
Yeah.
Okay, gotta say sachets, okay? Because if you pronounce it correctly, it's not the same.
Like, I don't eat meat anymore, but like, in looking after it even now, like you open it, and you have to cut the sausage in half, you know, lengthwise, you cut it in half, and you kind of fry it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and it's either that sausage or the Franks. Because the Franks,
yes, the Franks.
The Franks are the more cut that, and then you do that, and you have that,
I feel like you cut your Franks diagonal now. You get fancy now.
I actually do.
When you're little bit, you cut them as coins.
Yeah.
But when you get older, you cut it on a diagonal.
Yeah, because it's prettier. Also, you know what are nice? Some same Franks and some sweet, the bean. Oh my God. The bean was sweet. Not the butter bean.
Baked bean?
The baked bean.
Oh, I like baked bean.
You like baked bean? Well, baked bean and
so.
so.
Butter bean, broad bean.
Yeah, broad bean. Yeah. So, guys, rain food. I gotta tell you.
Rain food.
But I want
Drop the rain food in the comments, please.
Yeah, what's your favorite rain food?
Favorite rain food.
Your go-to rain food.
Your go-to.
Yeah,
man.
Your go-to rain food. You have to have that, right? But guys, I want you to please send the children out this morning with their umbrellas, send them out with their raincoats, right? And maybe you want to not to put on the school shoes where you just buy the good one. If you have a backup one, like the one from the old one, make them wear the old one today because outer road is very saturated and invariably the shoes are gonna dirty up.
What's the Jamaican word for when the road stay bad and messy?
It soak?
No.
It what?
It meke.
True.
Or moko. It meke or moko.
True. I don't want to say meke. I don't like mechanis.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, outer road meke for true.
And you know that there's actually a word, it slips me now, but there's in linguistics, there's a word that describes how that thing that Jamaicans do when they double up the word for emphasis.
Right, like you see them dirty.
Yeah, it meke.
Yeah. Or she beggy.
Caribbean studies students, tell me if the person is beggy.
Yeah, beggy. Or money.
Yeah.
You're
too girly.
money.
Young man, you're too girly.
Sophia George.
What is that thing? What is that thing called? The Caribbean studies students would know. I don't remember what the word.
I mean, neither. But the psychological moment.
But it's a thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah? I was expecting Shanna K. Rankin to just give it to me because she bright like that and she bright in those things.
Yeah. Reduplication. But there's another linguistic term.
No, there's a linguistic term that speaks to that tendency in the Jamaican vernacular.
Okay, we just call a fall. I wonder what it's called when you double up and triple up the linen and the cotton. I gotta tell you, reduplication and duplication. And also,
speaking of rain.
Yes, rain. I also want to ask the fisher folk not to, according to the Met Office, not to go on the sea this morning. Don't go there,
come
just
off
blow
the
it.
keys.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
we have to be careful and we have to listen to the advisory being given by the Met Office, Dennis, because oftentimes people disregard it and them lucky, them can't talk and say anything. And then when utter claps happen, problem. You understand? So please just listen carefully. And we are asking you as well to send in your rain pics.
I would like to see what it looks like in your neck of the woods. Yeah. So we've been seeing images of the effects of the rain all across the island online, but we want to check in with you, our viewers, and want to share what things look like in your neck of the woods. So let us know where you're watching from and show us what's happening in your crevice. The island. Send your pics to us at CVM_television on Instagram.
And send in your rain breakfast to please. Let me see what you're eating.
Breakfast. We want to see your rain breakfast.
We don't have any food here.
Yes.
You know? Yeah, Shana K on a morning like this decided no breakfast is served.
No breakfast is served. Nothing very delicious at all.
No sweet treats.
No sweet treats.
96C, Malines Road, I gotta tell you. Ice cream good anytime and cake anytime, I gotta tell you. But yeah, good morning to everybody. It's October 13. Dennis, can you imagine?
October 13,
2025. And if today is your birthday, happy birthday to you. If you celebrated your birthday over the weekend, happy birthday belatedly. And we wish for you many more God richest blessings, continued health, wealth, and strength. Yeah.
All right, well, guess what? It's Metastatic Breast Cancer Awareness Day. It's observed every year to raise awareness specifically about metastatic stage 4 breast cancer, when cancer cells begin to spread beyond the breast and nearby lymph nodes to other parts of the body, such as bones, liver, lungs, or the brain. And so we are drawing attention to that National Metastatic Breast Cancer Awareness, and it is something that we really want people to be aware of. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, generally speaking, and we want more conversation about this so we can destigmatize, we can get people to not pay scant regard to their quality of life or this aspect of their quality of life. It's so very important.
And sometimes by talking about these things, you know, Dennis, we understand what exists, because sometimes people hear about stage 4, right? But it's just probably abstract. But when you talk about it and you understand what it comes with or what is possible, then you're like, okay, I really need to go and do my mammogram. I really need to get on top of this, because when the cancer metastasizes, then the spread and it just starts take over everything. And so, you know, when I heard about this day, I'm like, okay, I know it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but I didn't realize that they had a day designated
for focus on this.
But I can understand why. I do understand why. And of course, we're sending our love to all the survivors, breast cancer survivors this morning, those who were recently diagnosed, anybody that is going through it right now, to anyone that has lost a family member to breast cancer, we send you love and support and prayers this morning. And we also send prayers, strength and resilience, right? And some hugs to all the caregivers as well. Oftentimes, which we should, focus on the person affected, but the persons around, the family members, the husband, you know, the sister, the mother, the child, you know, or children who have to coalesce around the person who is diagnosed, it's also rough on them, you know, to see your loved one so vulnerable, going through this pain, going through this discomfort. And the worst part about it is sometimes there is nothing that you can do about it. You can have all the money in the world, have all the resources in the world, and you're just helpless, you know?
Exactly.
So to all those persons this morning, you wake up again another morning, you know, your loved one is in pain or is in discomfort, or, you know, the cancer has metastasized, you know, and you're kind of looking at the end. It looks like the end, you know. I want to send you some love this morning and some strength. Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. All right. So guess what? We have been having our friends from Caribbean Dreams in studio quite regularly recently. And guess what? We have a giveaway this morning.
Okay.
So here's the Caribbean Dreams giveaway question. Name any two, just two, name any two of the recipes prepared during the series, along with which products were featured in the recipe. That's all. There were so many. Some of the ones that got off guard, they were all really good. Head over to our Instagram page and comment your answer under our collab post with @Caribbean Dreams Official. So we want you to make sure that you're following the Caribbean Dreams page, and you could win big. All right?
Definitely win big in this wetty weather.
Wetty. Yeah.
It's wetty.
Yeah.
Good morning to everybody watching, and good morning to Chef Ricky and everybody at Barbican Square over there in Florida. Miramar Massive.
Pick up Barbican.
No, not that Barbican.
You can run that Barbican.
No, the restaurant. Barbican Square.
Oh yeah, the restaurant named Barbican.
Yeah, Barbican Square.
In Miramar?
Yeah, I gotta tell you, nice. So big ups to all the Chef Ricky, big, and you know, I'm in Jamaica, you know, all the ladies there as well.
All right.
And I want to say good morning to everybody watching from Florida this morning. Tamarack Massive, good morning. Sunrise Massive, good morning to you. Miramar, how you doing? Lauderhill Massive, good morning to you all as well. It's now time to Uncle Dennis for our wetty Monday morning mixtape. Run it, selector.
Hi, I know you weren't expecting to see me here. Now you can find your favorite chicken and snacks in the same place. It's true. Come on in.
Introducing the delicious combination of KFC fried chicken and Doritos nacho cheese. The KFC Doritos Zinger, a crunch that's finger-licking good.
Hey everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi, brought to you by Grace, Singer, and IslandNet Services.
It's time!
Welcome to High School Pitchside. We have another fascinating episode for you.
More matches, more big clashes.
Let's talk about some of the big rivalries coming up this week.
More of your favorite features.
And trust me, you won't fall asleep in this history class.
And of course, we always want to hear from you.
Hear from your alma mater's players and coaches in Team Talk.
You know we can't leave you out. So send us your messages on social media and watch us react on FanView.
And you know we love a good little debate, right, Gio?
We've got you covered all season long on High School Pitchside.
High School Pitchside, your ultimate guide to all things schoolboy football, Thursdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
A mammogram can shape your motherhood. The Jamaica Cancer Society, helping women now. Visit the website at jcs.live. Early detection saves lives.
Where it all begins. The quest to become great. Inspired by those who went before them, these 4 boys dream of playing in the ISA schoolboy football competitions.
Will he score this for Casey? Will he score? It's a shot, it's a goal!
And it's a shot, and it's a goal! And Casey has won the Manning Cup, and they will play Clarendon College in the Olivia Shield.
Clock here in Kingston, Jamaica. Good morning to you. Guess what? You're right in time for the headlines. And for the first time in her life, she's happy for me to say that she's dry. Good morning, DK.
Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning. Yes, dryness is a plus this morning.
Yes,
I will tell you this morning.
Was it raining when you left your house this morning?
It was raining a little bit when I left. It was raining when I woke up.
Yeah.
But by the time
it was raining heavily when I woke up.
By the time I left out, not as much.
Well, I reached very early. So
Yeah.
it was pouring.
It was pouring.
Yes, it was pouring. So I came in the pouring rain and I said,
The things we do for love.
Nothing to do for work. And that is why when people grudge and bad mind people
Don't do it.
and have
not.
derogatory things to
Don't
say,
do it.
they ought not. Because on a morning like this, you would want to just draw back the covers and dip a little deeper into the bed.
Just curl up.
Sink your head deeper in the pillow and curl up. But we have to be here.
Duty calls.
Duty definitely calls. And it was actually raining too in Florida this weekend. I'm like, okay, for the entire
the whole
I'm
place.
like, the place just inundated, sir.
The whole place. And speaking of which, that jumps into headline 1 where flash flood watch in effect across the island. A flash flood watch has been in effect for several parishes across the island as heavy rains have been lashing sections of the country. The Meteorological Service of Jamaica issued the advisory Sunday morning, warning residents in areas including all over St. Thomas, Kingston and St. Andrews, St. Catherine, Clarendon, Manchester, St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Hanover, and St. James to be on alert. The flash flood watch remains in place until 8 a.m. today, with forecasters noting that a trough over the Western Caribbean is expected to linger through to Tuesday, keeping the atmosphere unstable. Now, the Met Service is also advising fishers and other marine interests to exercise extreme caution as sea conditions could deteriorate in the vicinity of showers and thunderstorms, especially over southern waters. So still to be careful.
Yeah.
Spare a thought for the people who plan like a great vacation for this
Oh,
weekend.
no.
No.
You know?
Spare a thought for the people who plan a wedding.
No.
I have an outdoor wedding.
No.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let me tell you. Yeah.
Rough.
Yeah.
It rained on my wedding day, but you know, it was showers of
They
blessings.
say it's good luck when it rains on your wedding day.
Well, girl, my guests said it was really nice. I was kind of stressing.
It rained on your wedding day, and the people them dance up. And the people I don't remember. It rained.
Let me tell you, Dennis. At one point, I was so
stressed out,
petrified.
Then almost.
Is that a dark cloud right there? Why is that cloud right there?
Get away.
Move. Right? But you know. But that's the evening away. That it was quite.
Good morning, Jane Michelle.
Good morning, Tanisha. You know, it was indeed. A time was hard, right?
A time.
But when you have an outdoor party or your baby party or anything outdoors, I know people right now. Your heart just in your mouth because you say, what may I go do now? You know what I mean? Especially for the party planners and designers.
Yes.
You're like, Shadake, hi Shadake. Good morning.
Yeah.
Stay. Yes.
Yeah.
So I gotta tell you, it's rough. But then when you go, you just know fit, maneuver on
Spare a
them.
thought for the hotel staff who these people are not going out to their excursions, so you have to entertain them.
Or what if you're on a cruise in the region and the place just rain out every day, so. But the goal though is safety.
Absolutely.
Safety. So your outing might be a little, not as going to plan, but we want you to be safe. So
amen.
Tanaya.
And it's great. And yes, I like that part, TK. And those of you who don't need to be on the road today, or just stay home, please. We're asking, right?
Please.
As a person, right?
I think there needs to be a conversation in most homes. Are we sending the kids out to school today? If you can have that conversation.
Well, if I didn't buy mother, may I go?
Yeah, man. I was just about to say, if it's my family, I'm going.
You wear galoshes.
Well, I have my water boots, but we're going to school.
Yeah,
that's what we're going to do.
School I keep.
I could see like a pink or a blue galoshes.
Yeah, I had like a color one. Yeah, I had a color one. I'm going to have my raincoat. Every time you put on your raincoat, but you're going to school.
Which is right.
Yeah, of that, I'm sure.
Miss Jai would send us to school.
Oh, which is right. Get up. Time to wake up.
This morning, I'm looking at Jackson sleep and I'm like, should we send him to school? I'm like, these children are so privileged.
Yeah, it's a different generation.
Mind you, I'm starting to sound like my parents. We had to walk to school 5 miles.
Yeah, get up and go to school. Get up. Yeah, I'm going to rub the Vicks by your chest. I rub the Vicks by your mouth.
Say all the best. Have a good day.
Stop it with some alcohol and
you have to wear an ugly tam.
Or a sweater, or they might put on like a little marina under your uniform for warm up your chest. Keep your chest warm. Yeah, but you go to school. Let us be clear about that.
School will not be missed.
Not at all. Remember, your big step that that's ear read up. That's a diet for grow big. See? It's a diet for grow big.
In terms of rainy weather, like at school, as boys in high school, we used to love when it rained, like it's a rain heavily, so the teacher can't make it from the staff room to the class. Yo, we beat decks and build tune every day. Hey,
A, B, A, C, and a D, E, A, F, and a G, H, Y, J, K, L, M, N, O. What me say? Q, R, Ra, I hear that beer.
Yeah, man.
Ra, in the class.
We keep sting every rainy day. Because all you them, we used to keep, and enough catching you, boss take that, you know.
And you know what it's nice to know? When the big up the canteen started at school, when I cook the food like right now, and you get your hot lunch, and you just in your class, and remember you can't eat outside, because normally they don't allow you to eat in the classroom, but when it rains like this, you have to eat in your class, and your friend just, I'm not telling you, rain have a buzz.
Rain school at different schools.
Because as I said, it's a teacher, them can't come to class, so just
what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You know who might not be enjoying the rain?
Who is that?
The subject of our next headline, which is people without homes.
Yeah.
So next up, Jamaicans urged not to abandon homeless relatives. Minister of Local Government and Community Development, Desmond McKenzie, is appealing to Jamaicans not to abandon their homeless relatives, stating that too many families are leaving their loved ones on the streets and that personal responsibility must play a bigger role in tackling homelessness. Minister McKenzie warned that the government will be taking action against persons who neglect vulnerable family members, while also announcing plans to build 14 new homeless shelters across the island with support from the National Housing Trust. The minister noted that government programs have already helped many homeless individuals reunite with their families and find jobs, and that efforts will continue to support rehabilitation and mental health services.
Yeah. I agree.
But I mean, again, people have, there's a label that we attach and there's a stigma that's associated with homelessness, mad people. A lot of people on the street who are not mad.
They have no mental health issues at all. It's just situations.
I mean, maybe one might argue that by being homeless, that presents mental health challenges, but they're not insane, they're not schizophrenic, they're not whatever. But we ignore them, but I guess some would say the fact that you got to the point that you're living on the street might suggest that it's already gone past the point of neglect. So like what system is put in place for those persons? So like what, their family members have to find them and take care of them? Because I know there are some people you cannot find them. You don't know, you haven't heard, you hear that Uncle so-and-so is living on the street, but you
don't know where.
You don't know where.
Because by the time you probably go there, he has left. Gone. But I think it's twofold. And I do agree with the minister.
I don't disagree. Yeah.
We, as people, hard times can happen to anyone, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
And sometimes it's some situations that you couldn't even fathom or imagine,
right? A episode that's prolonged and destroy your finances.
Yeah, can wipe you out in a minute. And there are many people right now who are just on the brink, just by the mercy of God, why they still have their homes or they're still in a home, right?
Yes.
And so misfortune can happen to anybody.
Absolutely.
And so if it is that you had a good family member who has been good to the family, because you have some people in TK, they looked out for everybody else. That is why they're in the position they're in right now too. They were the ones who was helping cousin so-and-so, helping brother so-and-so, sister so-and-so. And when it came down to it, they didn't have anybody to help them because they were busy helping the entire family. On the other hand, you have some people, it's carelessness. Why? Squander. Why? They're in that position.
And it's not like a talking to the person and trying to intervene and trying to help. And now it still reached that place. At what point do you say, well,
so when you
I'm
have
leaving it to
money, you talk with some because you never know when a rainy day might come and you're going to need it. But also, if you have a family member that has been a good person, has been very helpful to the family, and many of you have benefited from them, you can give them like a food and give them like a stay until, if it's even for a time tea. So I'm not saying to put them up eternally, right? Right, something. But if you say, boy, Dennis, all right, you can go and jam yourself for 2 months or whatever, you know what I mean, until you get yourself back together, and all family members can rally around, I think, as best as possible, as long as the person is not a degenerate. You know, you have some family member where you have to just love them from far. And that's just the truth. Hello, you know, I like you, you know, consanguinity and everything, but I have to pick them in here, I can't carry it in here and find them. So I'm sorry about that. But in any way, shape or form that you can help, I think that we should extend ourselves, because the truth is the government cannot do everything. And as people, as family members, we have to rally around family, you know what I mean? Once them they good, if you're a bad family member, God go with you, my love. I don't really know, you have to just say a little prayer for you, but you know. It's rough in the streets.
It's rough out there.
But as much as we can help, really help. If I even go get some dry clothes.
And if the government is providing more shelters, they know you, now go and give some support. Maybe buy a banger phone and get them so you can keep in contact with them.
You don't have a phone, get a book. You need a phone, you need a book. And the phone
I'm
gets
just
the
saying
problem.
a phone is...
I give too much girly number, that's why. You understand? The woman, the problem. That's the problem. Get a book. Yes, so right now, get a book. Stop the call.
Well, that's what I have for you this morning.
Thank you,
more
TK.
coming up at 7 a.m. for the morning news.
No
No
phone.
How are you going to get
You're not last. We know where you're there. You're not last. We know where you are. You don't need a phone. We know where you is. You need to find somebody? No. Stay steady, So anyway.
Up next, started. It's going to be taking over for Money Masterclass. It's brought to you by Guardian Life. Stay tuned. More Sunrise after this.
This is Deposit Insurance in a minute. JDIC insures deposits up to $1.2 million per depositor, per ownership category, per institution.
This includes individual and joint accounts. If you have an individual account, it is insured separately from a joint account that you share with someone else.
So my personal account can get up to $1.2 million, and the joint account where me and my mother have can get up to $1.2 million too?
That is it. JDIC ensures that if you have an account in your name alone and another account with somebody else, your money is protected, giving you financial security and peace of mind.
Nice to know. Jamaica Deposit Insurance Corporation.
Protecting your deposits,
securing your future.
JDIC, protecting deposits for you and me.
Chase the northern lights with your Sagicor Bank credit card. Wouldn't you like to experience the natural beauty? Use your cards right, and you could be the lucky winner of an all-inclusive cruise vacation for two along the Norwegian coast to see the northern lights. The more you spend, the closer you are to your dream adventure. Enjoy the best rewards ever. Visit Sagicor.com for
where it all begins. The quest to become great. Inspired by those who went before them, these four boys dream of playing in the ISSA schoolboy football competitions.
Will you score this for Casey? Will you score? It's a shot, it's a goal!
And it's a shot, and it's a goal! And KC has won the Manning Cup, and they will play Clarendon College in the Olivia Shield. That's what you love to see. They may be rivals, but the camaraderie is what it's all about. Can't wait for the final.
When the bus the man, I want to watch my son play finals on CVM, you know.
But mums, you can't watch it on CVM website, man.
Come on, my son score, my son score, my son score, my son score.
Greatness begins here.
The doctors and nurses here at Bustamante Hospital took care of me.
At Noel Holmes Hospital, we see hope every day.
And the work of STAR is about collaborating at the community level to bring about social and economic transformation.
Together, we can invest in safer and more empowered spaces for every Jamaican to thrive. Join us.
Welcome back to Sunrise. I'm your financial educator, Carlton Stewart, and this is Money Masterclass brought to you by Guardian Life. And they actually joined us this morning in studio with a call to get your loved ones secured in the face of critical illnesses. Welcome, insurance advisor at Guardian Life Limited, the insightful Sharon Corley-Johnson to the Masterclass. Sharon, good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
You're
and
doing
how
great?
are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Give
Very
thanks.
well. And
but
good
how are
morning
you?
to your listeners.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you very much. How are you doing in the weather, Sharon? You're brave out this morning?
Well, to be honest with you, I just roll with the punches.
Just roll the punches.
Whatever the weather gives, I just roll with it.
Because you know, us Jamaicans want a little rain drizzling. Yeah. We're covered with mole. We're staying home in bed this morning. But you are here this morning.
Exactly.
As a true champion.
Yes, I learned very early that does not stop the show.
The show has to go on. Wonderful. But Sharon, we're on Money Masterclass this morning. Yes. We're talking about something very topical.
Yes.
Because it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Mm-hmm. But overall, it's always an awareness this morning when it comes on to critical illnesses.
Right.
And as a financial educator, it is so important that financial planning is important as well to everybody. But from your perspective, Sharon, as it relates to financial planning, how important is critical illness in the scheme of financial planning?
Very important, Carlton, because one has to realize that when you are diagnosed with something like breast cancer, mm-hmm. it comes as a crash to you, right? And emotionally, you're going to be distraught.
Yeah.
And all you want to do is to ensure that you are, doing what the next step is. Mm-hmm. So financial planning is very important. It gives you the funding that you'll need and the peace of mind to know that you can take care of all of those expenses that you have.
But how does the critical illness actually help? For example, for breast cancer, we had a guest last week who broke down like the expenses surrounding breast cancer and the treatment and the surgery and after surgery care. How does critical illness help? Someone is watching this morning. How does it actually help them when they are actually diagnosed? What kind of help do they
When
get?
one is diagnosed, Guardian Life ensures that the claim is paid, mm-hmm. and that money is going to be used to take care of all the medical expenses, the lab test, and so on that needs to be taken care of. That funding will be able to assist with that, because what we're giving you, mm-hmm. if you are insured for at least 15 million, you're getting the 15 million in your hand.
Up front. Okay.
And you can use that to do anything that you want to do, right?
Sharon, I hear you draw a figure, 15 million. Mm-hmm. As somebody watching, even myself, how do I know how much critical illness insurance that I need? Is there a magic formula that we need to look into to say I'm 20, I'm 40, I'm 50? How do I know what coverage I need?
Well, first and foremost, we sit with you. We do what is called a fact finding.
Okay.
And then we are going to be making recommendations. We recommend a minimum of 15 million, right? One of our policies is covering 15 million. Okay. Another one, you can get 50 million. So in total, you can get 65 million from us. Mm-hmm. Once you can afford it, we are ready and willing to sell.
Okay. All right, so I know you have a particular, the ultimate care provider plan. Walk me through that plan, the specifics about that plan, you know, the benefits of it, and why should persons actually get this particular plan?
The ultimate provider, the new ultimate provider we call it, right? One can get up to 50 million in coverage.
50 million.
We cover 23 major illnesses on that plan, and on the first diagnosis, because you would have had to have had that plan for at least 90 days before you can claim.
But about 3 months. You didn't have the plan for at least 3 months, okay?
Right. And on your first diagnosis, we pay out whatever it is that you're insured for.
You mentioned some amount of illnesses. Walk me through some of them. What are the major ones that persons should be aware of that actually covers?
Of course, it covers cancer, stroke, heart attack. We cover coma, blindness. We also cover major organ transplant, right? That kind of thing. So all of those are a part of the 23, right?
Loss of limb is a part of that?
No, that would come under accidental death and disablement, right? So we only look at the critical illnesses for those plans.
But how does this plan actually differ from maybe other plans that you'd have had, or the competitor in the market? How does this differ?
First and foremost, when we pay you that 23 million, you can do anything you want to do. Sorry, that 50 million rather. You can do anything that you want to do with that money. And guess what? If you never had a critical illness at age 75, we're going to be giving you 50%
of the money?
Of the money as a cash payout. And then the next 50% can remain until death, because it covers both death and critical illness, so whichever incident comes first.
Then you may get that.
But if the person is critically ill and we pay that out, then there's no death benefit.
Okay. So I mean, so it's a win-win in any case. So because there are other persons, you know, who will say, me now get sick, me now get ill, and when me pay the money going waste. But at the end of the day, if you reach 75, you're not critically ill, you get back 50% of your money.
And guess what? We also allow you to invest. There's an investment component on the plan.
To the critical illness plan that you currently have.
So when we're paying you out, not just the 50 million, but whatever your cash value is.
At the time.
Let us say you have another million in cash value. We're paying you $51 million. Exactly.
Oh, nice. But why aren't persons getting critical illness insurance then? Because statistics shows that about 80% of Jamaicans do not have critical illness insurance. What are some of the reasons you think that persons are not getting insurance? Why are they not being insured?
It's kind of difficult to tell. I think most of them believe that they can't afford it. There are some who might believe that they will never be able to get anything from it, you know. So, but I can tell you that the moment I sit in front of an individual, once I see where they can afford it, I'm going to ensure that they have it.
But that part is so important, because sometimes people think that, you know, I can't have $10,000 per month, I can't do a $50 million plan, but are you able to start small and then change next year, not just the following year?
Exactly, because not only that, the new ultimate provider, we give you an increase on the sum assured over the years that is commensurate to the cost
of living,
right? Whatever the index is, we increase it. You can go up as much as 20% per annum.
So somebody watching this morning, a young person watching, you know, somebody's middle age like myself, what's the minimum that you can start with, for example? So just to put it in context, for somebody watching this morning, you can maybe say, you can start with $1,000, $2,000. What's the minimum you have had policies for that person can afford this morning?
I would say anything from about 7,000 up.
Okay, 7,000 up right now to get a critical illness. And if I do the math, over 10 months, that is maybe $70,000. Over, say, 10 years, you maybe look at 178 million, if my math is correct. But if you're diagnosed, the money that you're getting on the back end is much more than what you're putting in.
Precisely. And a lot of persons need to understand that, because at the end of the day, you have an investment component. And not only that, sometimes what you pay Guardian Life, right, and what we might be paying out is nothing in comparison to what you have paid us.
So I think we need to look into that, because you're saying 7,000 a month. The average man may say, that is a lot, Carlton, but the reality is, Sharon, we spend 7,000 a month sometimes on fast food. We spend 7,000 a month on liquor, shoes, on liquor, and about that liquor. I've seen persons spending on cigarettes. Someone spending on a liquor split,
which is not good for the body.
Which is not good for the body.
Exactly.
But you're spending, you spend the money.
As I often tell people, it's better you spend it on yourself up front rather than you go pay a doctor to take care of whatever illnesses or whatever it is that what you are spending on unnecessarily is going to cost you.
And I agree. And I tell people again all the time, even if the policy is very small, I prefer you get something.
Precisely.
Because too often we see when persons are diagnosed, we see the GoFundMes, which is fine. We see that you're going to the churches. We see you're asking persons for help here and there. But if you are able to get at least your first 2 million, your first 5 million.
Let me say something, Carlton. I remember some years ago, a friend of mine, she was insured me for many years, and then she lost her job, couldn't afford it. And she called me and said, Sharon, I need to get some insurance. We just buried 3 family members, and we had to find all the money up front. So she was more thinking about death benefit. Yeah. But because of her age, I insisted that she get some critical illness. And she said, I can't afford no more. I said, make the sacrifice. And she did. And a year later, she called me bawling down the place, telling me how she was diagnosed. With, and she did remember that she had bought it.
Nice.
So I said, what are you crying so hard for? I said, I know how it feels, because as a survivor myself, I understand the psychological effect that it can have on you, right? And I said, you're a child of God, because faith is very important in the journey.
During that time, yes.
Very important. So anyway, I calmed her down and said, let me check your portfolio. And I said, you have $1.5 million critical illness.
Nice.
And she was overjoyed. Suddenly, her entire mood changed, and she felt at peace, knowing that she could now take care of all of it. Because she borrowed money from people to do her tests and all of that. I said, why you do that?
It is so important, because we have to wrap the segment now.
Yes.
But when you are diagnosed something critically, something like cancer, etc., the emotional trauma is enough to push you over the edge.
Gosh.
You do not want to be thinking about the financial burden to take care of yourself.
Not at all.
If someone's watching this morning, Sharon, and they want to make contact with you, with Guardian Life, to sit down, to have a review of their portfolio, to see if they need insurance, how much they need, where can they find you? Are there different ways to actually reach you or an advisor?
Yes, you can call Guardian Life 978-8275, 876 of course. Call me directly. That's 876-577-6226 or 876-319-1121.
Nice. Thank you so much, Sharon.
You're most welcome.
And as people will always say, trouble never set like rain.
Exactly.
So you don't even know when sickness is going to come. We were getting the weather report now that expect rain all day this week, so we can prepare a little for that. But when sickness attack our body, let me tell you, we don't know when sickness are coming. So my advice this morning, get some critical illness insurance in your portfolio. That was Sharon Corley-Johnson, insurance advisor at Guardian Life Limited, checking in for this Money Masterclass. Remember, it's never too late to get yourself and your loved ones protected. There's more sunrise after these messages. Sharon, thank you.
And that's what you love to see. They may be rivals, but the camaraderie is what it's all about. Can't wait for the final.
And everybody with me, why eat other snacks when sunshine is the best for you? Nature's best buns are crunchy. The flavor that sings to you. Salted banana and plantain. Taste the freshness, naturally sweet. The flavor that sings to you.
Ayo, nature's best bunch.
From dreams to reality, let Active Home Center be your one-stop shop to recreating the space you've always imagined. Shop everything under one roof in Kingston and Montego Bay. Tiles, bathrooms, furniture, lighting, fans, windows, doors, and so much more. Your dream home starts here. Visit our showrooms in Kingston at 84 Canton Spring Road or Montego Bay at Barnett Tech Park. Active Home Center, more savings, more choices.
In need of a loan? AIM Financial is the place to go. We have loans from $20,000 to $3.3 million. Get a loan to pay school or college tuition, medical expenses, bills, fix up your house, buy furniture and appliances, repair or buy a car. And when you're done, take a vacation loan. AIM has a loan for any purpose. Call AIM today. You won't find a better deal elsewhere. Guaranteed.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's a live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yeah. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
A mammogram can shape your motherhood. The Jamaica Cancer Society, helping women now. Visit the website at jcs.live. Early detection saves lives.
7 going up to 7 on this Monday morning. Welcome back and thank you for waking up with us. Well, for 15 years, the Kiwanis Club of Providence of Montego Bay have been playing their part in raising funds, saving lives, supporting hospitals, and have stood beside breast cancer fighters and survivors every step of the way. This year, they're planning their biggest breast cancer awareness 5K yet. It's their 15th rodeo. Joining us this morning to share how it all started and what's next for this inspiring event, we have the president of the Kiwanis Club of Providence, MBJ, Barbara Grizzle. We have distinguished president and event chair, Nadine Spence, and distinguished president, Audrey Watson. Ladies, welcome to Sunrise.
Thank you for having
Well,
us.
if it's one thing I know about Mobile people, look here, on the dawn, not going to do anything ordinary.
That's right.
They walked into the studio, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody was like, woo!
Let me get my hat on.
I love the effect. If
Let me get
anything,
my hat on.
people are going to remember this conversation,
That's right.
and lots of pictures will be taken. But ladies, thank you for joining us. First of all, how did the Kiwanis Club in Montego Bay, Providence more specifically, come to attach itself so firmly to this cause? Let me ask you, Madam President.
Well, I'm the chairperson. This is my president,
Mhm.
Barbara. We're an all-female club in Montego Bay, so it's natural that we'd want to do something that really affects, the female. It does affect the male too as well, but we figure that, something like this we should play a very pivotal role in the assistance of those who may or may not be affected. So we started a project earlier on in 2009, You Play Yogurt, where we save lids to save life, and we just wanted to do something more.
Right. I remember that event.
And then we wanted to do something more, and this was born, the Run Walk. So this has been 15 years, and we stood through. Be it COVID or not, we were there because people still, remain sick. What do you do during those times?
Right.
And so we had to pivot and had it online, and just so we could continue the impact in assistance.
Absolutely. Ms. Barbara, let me ask you, how proud are you of the work that has been done over the years to get you to this point?
Okay, we are so excited and proud. We know that there are so many persons who are depending on us. And for us as women of the club, we have gone all out to ensure that we can assist someone in need.
Definitely. And Ms. Audrey, what about you? In terms of the whole philosophy of the Kiwanis Club and how it ties into giving service, tell us about that element of it and how Kiwanis makes this special.
Well, we as a charity and as an all-female club, we work with our motto, and we know that we do quite a bit in the community, and we are extending ourselves to persons within the community. So we always find and identify ways to enrich, bring awareness to what we would have done as Kiwanians, and to see what is necessary for us to do as projects within the community. So it was a no-brainer. We had to go out and find what it is that we want to attach ourselves to. And as an all-female club, this was what we thought was very relevant for us to ensure that we bring awareness to not just women, but for the community at large.
Absolutely. Madam Chair, 45 million Jamaican dollars dispersed thus far. How does make the connection with reality, like really helping save lives or improve quality of life? When the money comes in, what does it actually do?
Dennis, you say 45 million, but it's really a drop in the bucket based on the needs that's out there, and that's why we're so passionate about it. We assist the Cornwall Regional Hospital, the oncology ward.
Okay.
And we also assist those affected within our community, Western Jamaica, because we heard the cry. They said they always have to travel into Kingston to do certain things. And so we said, okay, let's make sure that the impact is also for Western Jamaica, but more so primarily the Jamaica Cancer Society, because we know they too have the wider Jamaica to assist. So the bulk of it goes to the Jamaica Cancer Society, then Cornwall Regional Hospital, and then the oncology, and then the persons affected within the space.
So is there a target this year, like a goal that you're publicly stating?
Well, guess what? This is not our first rodeo. This is our 15th, and so we're hoping to hit that 15 mark this year, 15 million.
15 plus.
15 plus. It's a big ask, but it's doable, and we have to just be bold in what we're doing. We're here today to say to Jamaica and the rest of the world, because Kiwanis is international. If you can't be in Montego Bay, you can also donate. You can go online. You can go online. KiwanisProvidenceMBJ.com. Also our IG pages and our Facebook pages, same handle, same name, and just contribute.
Nice. Usually the Mobe races is a good course.
Yes.
It's you get a good time if you take it seriously.
Yes.
But I don't know which one of you can walk. I was going to say walk us through, maybe run us through, or wheel you through.
Wheel us through with a wheelchair.
Wheel us through the course.
I'll wheel you through the course. The race starts at Fairview Office Park.
Yes.
And we go along the Howard Cook Boulevard, right to the KFC at the Harmony Beach, and we loop there and get right back to Fairview where we all started.
No man, that's nice, man.
Yes, very smooth.
A nice
very
course.
smooth.
That sounds like a nice course for persons who really want a good experience. No, man, that sounds like a nice course. I really feel like would I take it on? You
should.
I haven't done a 5K in Mobay in a long time. I think
this is your chance to do that.
So remind us of when it is and how persons might be able to register.
It's October 26th. 5:30 a.m. is warm up, and 6 a.m. starting right on time. The space where we're at in Montego Bay provides a lot of parking. Usually the police is out, they're out early, so they, block the roads, barricade, do what is necessary to ensure that there's continuity, and that the walkers are safe, and that traffic continues. So it's usually a beautiful race. Rain or shine, persons come out because this is a cause that is so deep rooted and far impacting.
And how much does it cost? And are there group rates?
2,500
across the board.
Yeah,
2,500.
Yes.
2,500.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Yes.
And will there be spaces for like corporate tents if people want to set up for their teams?
Yes. So within that space, we have a lot of BPOs. We have persons within the tourism space. So already a lot of corporate entities have registered, asking for their tents. A lot of other sponsors, their sponsorship comes with tents as well. So it's going to be an amazing day, and we're looking forward to it. Everybody can just dress up in their pink. And it's not just about wearing pink,
No, it's for the
impact. Yes, it's the cause. And I don't want us to get lost in the look of it. It's attracting the money to help those who are really hurt by something like this. So
definitely,
we will never stop. We will continue for another 15 years. If God spare our lives. The Kiwanis Club of Providence, Montego Bay, we've been around for 36 years, and this run has been around for 15 years.
Awesome.
Couldn't have done it.
Thank you so much, guys. I'm just going to wrap this conversation so that I can go and take the pictures, because I'm really looking forward to it. My guests have been Barbara Grizzle, Nadine Spence, and Audrey Watson from the... Sure, go ahead.
I just want to say that we couldn't have done it without the help of our sponsors. We have such strong ones who have been with us for these 15 years. Troop and Company, Cover Me Up Tent. And of course, we could go on and on. And our major sponsor this year is Rio. But Wards has always been with us too, Wards Power Tools. And so we're thankful for all our sponsors. And we look forward to the continued support.
Definitely. Folks, the Kiwanis Club of Providence, Montego Bay, inviting you to run, walk, and wheel into this year's Breast Cancer Awareness 5K happening on the 26th of October. So get in pink and make the link for a great cause. TK is up next. She has the news. Stay with us.
We want a piece for Jamaica. Yo, what are you?
Oh man, no, that. No, brother, no. I'm not that.
You see you ever play ref? No, the game, no play.
Yeah, but I look a bad game. No, I said, person, you come from, brother, I want to live good, man. I want to live good, brethren. No shake hand, I can play a little bad, brethren.
Really have to shake hand?
Yeah, man, and no badness, brethren. Just live good, man.
Come together as one and make the violence done.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Hey everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi, brought to you by Grace, Singer, and Islandnet Services.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yeah. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Welcome to Morning News. I'm TK Dawkins. The mystery of what happened to Manchester High student Jaden Smith is yet to unravel, but with growing skepticism and no sign of the teen, his guardians are seeking to clear their names as public criticism grows, triggering fear for their safety. CVM News spoke with another relative for part 2 of this special report on the missing teen. Nika Lewis picks up the report.
He was loved. He was brilliant. He is still missing. A day ago, CVM News heard from an aunt who many Jamaicans have drawn conclusions about, although she says she has been doing her best for Jaden. Now his uncle-in-law, Omar Thompson, is clearing his name in light of constant negative criticisms. Although he helped raise Jaden, the mystery has seen many online and elsewhere also vilifying this security guard who says his life is now in danger.
That's why I'm even glad to say the search come this morning. Because I tell my wife, I say, me not go on no search because I don't know who might thought if my life in a danger. My life can in danger same way because people say me look wicked. You can't just look on up, better than say me ugly. Better than say me ugly, but not say me wicked. Because me da better for score over 400 pick me there. And you can everybody do my fight after me Mr. this. If you go better for school right now, ask them who name Mr. Thompson, you will see what happen. Me don't have nothing. Let me tell you something, man. You would know. Jaden, I know my son, but me love Jaden equally just like them are. Because Jaden is dutiful. You think say, we can't out so watch one Saturday man and ask Jaden to come. Auntie Paula, what you want me? Me say, go back in the house, man, go sit down. He's not left him did the way do we. But if my son did that playing game, Jaden did the way do we right along till we done.
Insisting he has nothing to hide, Thompson shares his support for the police investigation, adding he's told law enforcement to search wherever they would like.
Last time I hear somebody say, we kill him in the pit, the picture of the police. Me carry them right around the whole house. And if they want to go in the bush up, that's what I'm willing to follow them. We don't have nothing to hide. They carry the if they want to run the diagnostic tests as they want, them free.
Skeptics of Jaden's relatives feared the worst after his disappearance weeks now, claiming it could be linked to any reprimand following the incident in which an infant with whom Jaden was playing broke a limb. However, Thompson says the family didn't scold Jaden and maintains Jaden and his cousin were at the hospital outside in the car until they brought them home to prepare for school.
Carry them up back at 11:30 night. 11:30, and when me carry them up back, me ask Russian, a young man, they say, if you want power bank, he said, no, none. Me say, all right, me take up our charger and me carry it down. When me come back up in the morning at 5 o'clock, me come, me say, them are on the wake up. Them are can look after himself. Jaden now, you know, see I can have to help prepare. And that's so me carry with me when me left in at the 6:30, go to Robo left him. From that, me not see him. I don't see him at all.
How is the baby doing now?
The baby come out of the hospital. The baby come out of the hospital, man. He might know 100, but he come out of the hospital.
Police from the Specialized Operations Unit, the K9 Division, and drones were deployed in the ongoing search for Jaden Smith at the weekend. Nika Lewis, CVM News.
Sports now. Reggae Boys head coach Steve McLaren stated that he knew the matchup with Curaçao in their World Cup qualification would be close, but he's hoping the boys will bounce back quickly. The boys missed out on a good opportunity to move closer to qualifying for the 2026 FIFA World Cup finals when they were beaten 2-0 on Friday night. The team returned home on Saturday and they will now prepare for Tuesday's game against Bermuda at the National Stadium.
I think we lost the game really in the first 20 minutes. They started strong. We were passive in our duels, so we lost the duels, and we didn't keep the ball. And they started the game, but in terms of where we wanted to be now, we're not where we want to be. We wanted to top the group and stay in control. Now we have to make sure we win on Tuesday. And people said to me, you know, well, you win tonight, and you're 1 foot in. Football is never like that, never.
And that's it for Morning News. Join us again at noon for more from our news and sports desk. I'm TK Dawkins. Sunrise comes back to you after this.
It's time.
Welcome to High School Pitchside. We have another fascinating episode for you.
More matches, more big clashes.
Let's talk about some of the big rivalries coming up this week.
More of your favorite features.
And trust me, you won't fall asleep in this history class.
And of course, we always want to hear from you.
Hear from your alma mater's players and coaches in Team Talk.
You know we can't leave you out. So send us your messages on social media and watch us react on FanView.
And you know we love a good little debate, right, Gio? We've got you covered all season long on High School Pitchside.
High School Pitchside, your ultimate guide to all things schoolboy football, Thursdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
One money, two combo. Burger King pick two, come back again. Yo, that is it. Any two combo, double deal. It's a good look, pick any two you wish. Whopper Junior bacon and cheese, my favorite. American chicken sandwich or grab a big fish. Plus 2 small fries and 2 small drink. Double deal for my money and it have me a sing. One money, two combo. Burger King pick two, come back again. Yo, get BK double deal now on a Burger King. Burger King pick two, come back again. Yo.
We want a piece for Jamaica. Yo, what are you?
Oh man, none of that. No, brother, no. I'm not sure that.
You see you ever play ref? No game,
no play. Yeah, but a bad game. No, I said, place you come from, brother. I want to live good, man. I want to live good, Bridging. No shake hand, I can play a little bad, Bridging.
Really have to shake hand?
Yeah, man, and no badness, Bridging. Just live good, man.
That's it. Come together as one and make the violence done.
Where it all begins. The quest to become great. Inspired by those who went before them, these 4 boys dream of playing in the ISSA schoolboy football competitions.
Will he score this for Casey? Will he score? It's a shot, it's a goal!
And it's a shot, and it's a goal! And Casey has won the Manning Cup, and they will play Clarendon College in the Olivia Shield.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
We want a piece for Jamaica. Yo, what are you? We have to be.
Thank you guys so much for staying with us here on Sunrise. And it's one of those mornings where I know a lot of people are at home. I want to say good morning to Jackson Brooks this morning. Hi, Jackson. Auntie Miss Kitty is sending you lots of love. And I hope that you'll feel better and you'll just relax and just enjoy your day. And to all the children who are not going to school today, I want parents, please, right, give them a little mix. Let them do something on the timetable. Let them read a little, well, please, let them just relax and chillax and cuddle with them, right? Today Today is a cuddle day and a fun day, okay? So Auntie Miss Kitty is asking for mercy, okay? So please just Linda, you know, give them some love and give them some latitude this morning. Well, talking about latitude, it's time for Law and Order, JA, brought to you by the Ministry of National Security. Here's our question that was sent in to us today. It reads as follows. I'm currently undergoing chemotherapy for breast cancer and have asked my employer for accommodations like flexible hours or a reduced workload. However, they seem reluctant to grant these requests. What workplace accommodations am I legally entitled to under Jamaican law, and how can I advocate for myself if my employer is unwilling to provide the support I need during my treatment? Well, here to help us distill the matters and the issues in that question is attorney at law at the Hugh Wallman and Company practice. Shamar Bryan is with us this morning. You've seen his face before, and he's back with us this morning. Counsel, a resplendent morning to you, sir. How are you?
Good morning. As always, I am excellent. How are you, Counsel?
I am magnificent, sir. Thank you so much for asking. Well, you know, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and, you know, earlier we're talking to an insurance agent from Guardian Life and just talking about, you know, what it entails, you know, from the diagnosis to the mental, the emotional distress that it can also bring, yes. The treatment, which can be very grueling and rigorous, from either chemotherapy or radiotherapy, is it radiation, sorry, radiation, which can really take a toll on the person as we knew them before. But then they're employed and they still have, you know, obligations to their jobs. So talk to us, Counsel, as to how do we strike a balance. But first, let's look at what does the law state and how are we covered as employees by the law in terms of illness?
Yes. So in relation to the law, there are several aspects. So you have the short-term aspect and then the long-term aspect. The short-term aspect, which as you would rightfully know as sick leave, that is covered by the Holiday Pay Act under Section 8 and Section 9. But more specifically now, when we're dealing with cancer, we can look to the Disabilities Act.
Very well.
Whereas now, it doesn't give any particular definition as to what a disability is. However, when you look at the American and the United Kingdom framework, it would include it, and the definition of our act would state that it is any physical, mental, or otherwise impairment that can affect you in some other way that you wouldn't be able to function as you would normally be.
Right.
Therefore, cancer being something of a long-term effect that does affect you, that will hinder you in your normal abilities, then that would fall under the Disability Act. And now, particularly...
Yeah, what does the Act provide?
Yes. So the Act actually provides several protections for disabled persons.
Yes.
When you look to Section 29 of the Act, this is where it deals with employment, Sections 29, 30, and 31. So Section 29 now, it gives employees protection as to any discrimination from the employer.
Right.
How does it work? It works by preventing any action to be taken against that employee as to their opportunities for training, promotions, any form of other assigned activities, or it also prevents them from being dismissed or given
relieved of their
duties because of their disability.
Yes.
Exactly. Now, when it comes further, there are many intricate things that you must take into consideration, and the most common of those things is the test of reasonableness.
Right.
So
Wednesbury's reasonableness. Yes. Good morning, law students. How are you? Yes.
So reasonableness is the threshold to take into consideration as to the extent of which the employer can either assist or cannot assist in the particular circumstances.
Right. So this person who has breast cancer and is in need of treatment, and she has put forward to the employer that she will need a certain accommodations, but they're not yielding to it. What does she do then? Does she go to a lawyer to write to the company? Does she go to mediation? Does she go to HR? to who? What is her next step to get some redress?
Yes, so the same Disabilities Act, it actually makes provisions for that. So the Disabilities Act, it creates a body, being the Jamaica Council for Disabled Persons. Right? And that body, it gives you the relief to actually go through them. So Section 16 of the Act, it allows either disabled persons or the caregivers of those disabled persons to write on their behalf to make what you call a complaint to the council. And they will, in fact, even assist you in writing that complaint, because, you know, some persons might not be even capable.
Yes.
So instead of actually hiring a lawyer, the council themselves could actually help you.
Yes.
And if you look at the Act again, Section 30 of the Act, it actually, by fact, it says the wording shall, the employer shall make arrangements to assist the employee where reasonable.
Okay. So it's not as if you should just sit there, suffer in silence, and the employer can just do what they please with the employee. There's actually a course of justice that the employee can access. And of course, the Disabilities Act was just enacted in 2020. What was that, 3 or 22?
2014.
Yeah, but
yes. But it come again 2022.
Exactly, right? Yes. So, yeah. Okay, all right. So we have the Disabilities Act at our disposal.
Yes.
You can go to the Disability Council, right? Yes. I'm not sure of their numbers at this time, but we can try to get that for our viewers so that they will know and understand. Is there anything else, Council, that you would like to say to our viewer this morning who would have written in to us?
Absolutely. So, particularly when it comes down to these matters, we understand, especially within the climate of Jamaica, it tends to be a bit harder for disabled persons, especially when it comes down to the corporate Jamaica. Yes. So particularly when it is that you are going forward now to seek some form of assistance or redress, then there are certain things that we can always advise these disabled persons to do. So especially in professional corporate Jamaica, going forward, you might not want to go straight to the council. The best thing is always writing to the employer first.
Yes, so HR.
Exactly, to HR. And all communication should be in writing.
Exactly, paper trail.
Exactly.
Yes, so let it Judge or whoever the presiding person is, I would have written on June 10. I would have written again on July 31. I would have written again on August 5. And I would have written again on October 16. And And so everything needs to be in writing. So you have that paper trail to show that you would have tried to ameliorate the situation in a peaceful, harmonious way, but you're not getting anywhere. And that is why you have escalated it to the level of the council for their intervention.
Exactly. And more importantly, a lot of persons like to cry wolf. So it is important that you actually have the medical certificate to prove that you are in fact suffering from this illness that you say you are.
Agreed.
And there are limitations as well, as would have been said before, the whole threshold of reasonableness. But the Act goes further to state in Section 43, even though it might not be directly relating to employment, but on a whole, whereas persons try to facilitate disabled persons, it has to be avoiding the whole aspect of being disproportionate, as well as putting an undue burden upon that person, such as the employer in this case. So whereas the employer can make his best attempt at facilitating whatever needs. Let's say, for example, that the writer is seeking remote work hours, so they don't have to be in office and they can do whatever they need from home. Or they want to do a shortened work period to facilitate their treatment. But if, let's say, for example, now on a wild goose chase, that we want to seek that they get a work system that they get to come in once a month and they only do like 5 hours of work. Reasonably speaking, that would put the employer at an undue burden, right? So there are limitations to it, but when it comes down to it, there is the reasonable test that goes further. And if it is that you are unsure why your employer has then refused your request that you have put in writing, then now you can put it towards the council, and the council will then it will filter it to what you call the Disabilities Rights Tribunal.
Right.
They are the panel that will then sit
hear the matter
and see what can come of you. So if it is that you're not sure, you don't know, then you can put it towards them and they will see what is best for the moment.
All right. Thank you so very much, Counsel. I hope that answer helped, and please do keep those questions coming, because that's how we learn, that's how we grow, and that's how we gather information. That was Attorney at Law Shamar Bryan helping our viewer navigate the situation at hand. Remember, as I said, keep those legal questions coming, and you can always send them to our social media pages, at CVM_television. There's more Sunrise on the flip side of this, so please do stay with us.
For Jamaica. Yo, what are you?
Oh man, none of that. No, brother, no, man.
You see you ever play ref? No game,
yeah, but I look a bad game. No, I said, place when you come from, brother, I want to live good, man. I want to live good, brethren. No shake hand, I can play a little bad, brethren.
Really have to shake hand?
Yeah, man, and no badness, brethren. Just live good, man.
Come together as one and make the violence done.
Hey everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi. Brought to you by Grace, Singer, and IslandNet Services.
Are you confident that you are the legal owner of your property? Take action to secure your property ownership. Get a registered certificate of title and become the legal owner of your property. To register your property and obtain a certificate of title, you will need to provide a tax registration number (TRN), a valid government-issued identification, a survey diagram, documentation to prove ownership, up-to-date property tax certificate, the names, addresses, and occupations of 2 neighbors over the age of 50 who are not family members and can give a declaration on your behalf, proof that you have been in open, undisturbed, and undisputed possession of the property for 12 years or more. For further information on registering your property and obtaining a certificate of title, contact the National Land Agency at 876-750-5263 or 876-946-5263. Email asknla@nla.gov.jm or message us at WhatsApp at 876-418-5089. The National Land Agency. One agency, one goal to serve you better.
Where it all begins. The quest to become great. Inspired by those who went before them, these 4 boys dream of playing in the ISSA schoolboy football competitions.
Will you score this for Casey? Will you score? It's a shot, it's a goal!
And it's a shot, and it's a goal! And Casey has won the Manning Cup, and they will play Clarendon College in the Olivia Shield.
Welcome back to the sunny side for the next bruh. Welcome back, folks. Don't worry, it's the segments that you don't get to see in between the segments. Yeah, but guess what? We have a great discussion lined up for you because we're zooming in with Jamaican American twin brothers who teamed up this summer to represent Jamaica at the Under-20 World Lacrosse Championships in South Korea. And not only did they help to take the team to the quarterfinals, but the trip became a very deep and personal one because it also reconnected their heritage in a beautiful way. So joining us this morning to share the full experience, we have Quincy and Damani White. Quincy, Damani, welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
How are you?
How you guys doing?
How are you guys?
We're good. It's
Wonderful. Firstly, I mean, it's just so unique that as Jamaicans, we're in everything. You understand? We in everything. And I just want to say, congratulations to you both on what you have accomplished. But talk to us about what the experience was like, first of all, to represent Jamaica. Because, but then again, it was always Jamaica, guys.
Yeah. Give us your
the
background.
Backstory.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So our whole dad's side of the family, our grandma, grandfather, great-grandmother, all from Jamaica. And that kind of allowed us to even be able to play for the team. Like we actually, we talk about it later, we talked to the Korean team a little bit and they didn't respond, but thankfully Jamaica responded to us. And that's kind of how we were able to play. But the experience, I think it was great. It was definitely a long one, but I enjoyed it. I loved it. I got to play lacrosse, represent my heritage. I mean, I couldn't ask for much more to end the summer before I came to school.
So your dad is from Jamaica. Your mom is from South Korea.
Yes, sir.
And the competition took place in South Korea, correct?
Yes, sir. It took place on Jeju Island, which is an island off the coast of South Korea.
Daegu, yeah, we're quite familiar.
Yeah.
We're quite familiar with
Daegu,
Daegu here in Jamaica. It's been the site of World Championship glory for Jamaica. So it's a special place in Jamaica's hearts, and you've gone and added to that. But Damani, so what was it like for your mother, knowing that you were going to go and play in her home country?
I think she really enjoyed it because it's the first time she'd been back to South Korea since she was born.
Oh, wow.
So the opportunity for her to go visit, explore what her culture was like, and then also getting to see her sons play lacrosse was probably just the ultimate ideal way to go visit the country she's originally from.
So playing for, Quincy said you reached out to South Korea. Were you playing for them at all? And then you decided to switch allegiance and play for Jamaica?
No, we weren't.
Okay.
This was our first international competition, and being able to represent Jamaica was just awesome. I originally didn't think we'd be able to, but looking more into the rules of being able to play for a country and finding out that if you had grandparents who were born there, and I knew my grandparents were born there, so I was like, I have to at least try and see what happens.
Definitely. So what was the competition like, though? I mean, you got to the quarterfinals. Lacrosse.
That's a big deal.
It's a big deal. Tell us what the competition was like, what the team camaraderie was like.
Yeah, I mean, the competition was great. Yeah, that picture you just showed right there is actually one of our high school buddies. He played for China. But it was great. We played against teams from everywhere, New Zealand, South Korea, the home country. Played England twice and Ireland. I mean, played against some guys that were actually familiar with some of our friends at school, which was cool. Kind of shows how small the lacrosse world was. I mean, that Canadian team we played was probably one of the best teams I'll ever play. It was full of guys who are playing at the highest level right now in college. I mean, even though the result really wasn't what we wanted, it was still a great experience to play against a team like that. And the camaraderie of the team, I mean, it started off, we were kind of trying to feel each other out for a while. Like, kind of the kids that knew each other were close, but by the end, we had a good, close group. Like, we got a group chat of 5 or 6 of our closest friends, and we still, we were talking in it last night. Like, we made some good, probably lifelong friends just from the trip.
Awesome, awesome.
Do you guys have any plans, Damani and Quincy? You're playing for the under-20 now, but do you have plans to play for the senior team and to go even further in representing Jamaica in lacrosse?
Hopefully, if they let us. I know the next event for field is next summer, so if I have the time and I'm able to, I would love to play for the field team.
In Jamaica, field hockey is pretty popular, especially at the high school level. We look at facilities that have been developed. We think of Mona in Jamaica. How similar or different is what high schoolers are playing in Jamaica, field hockey from lacrosse?
I'd say it's decently familiar. Like there's field hockey in my college, and it's the first time I've even seen field hockey. I'd say like the concept of the game is pretty familiar. Just passing and like having 10 or 12 people out on the field at the same time each team, and goals are easier to come by in lacrosse than I've seen in field hockey, but there's a lot of similarities, a lot of similar rules that, I mean, they're real similar games, but there's definitely some differences.
I ask because, I'm very interested in the probability of both of you maybe coming to Jamaica and visiting some of the schools and developing an appetite for lacrosse out of the field hockey culture that we do have.
But we also have a big lacrosse culture now.
Yeah. Well, in some of the schools,
yes,
some schools.
Very, very great. So that is absolutely good. Have you guys been to Jamaica yet?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, you guys need to come to Jamaica. You know, you're representing us to get the feel of it. I hope that's on your things to do list. I noticed though, guys, that on your jerseys, you're wearing 88 and number 91. Of what significance are those numbers? I know, for example, in football, number 10, means something. You know, what does 88 and 91 mean in lacrosse, or it's just random numbers that you guys chose?
I picked 88 just because it's just a number I've always wanted to be. I was 8 in high school, and I wanted to be 8 in college, but I haven't been able to. But I thought if I couldn't be 8, I'd love to be 88. There's not a great significance, but I just thought the number was cool.
Okay. 91?
And 91 was just...
That's my college number, so I had a good college year, first year, so might as well stick it out and keep 91, so...
Who was that Jamaican coach in that photo?
Coach McKenzie.
Yeah, Coach McKenzie right there.
Okay,
great.
All right,
great.
Good.
Well,
thank you so much, guys. Well,
great
thank you for representing us. And by the way, Damani and Quincy, if there's anybody watching right now who, has ancestral connections to Jamaica and would like to represent us in sports, what would be your word of, advice to them?
I'd say just reach out. If they want you to play, they'll find you, and if they don't find you, go find them. I had no idea. I'd seen Jamaica play in the senior games in 22, and I thought, that'd be cool. Maybe one day we could play for them, and I didn't think we'd actually get the chance to. So I just say, if they don't find you, go find them, go reach out, because there's a good chance they'll allow you to play or give you the chance to play.
Nice. All right, guys. Thank you so very much. And of course, thank you for qualifying, reaching thus far, representing the black, green, and the gold.
To senior performances.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Our guests have been Damani and Quincy White, lacrosse standouts and ambassadors for sport, family, and legacy.
Yeah,
after the break. Yeah, man. Nice. Good you with them. Yeah, man. After the break, we're going to leave the field and head to the bookshelves to make space for the next generation of Jamaican writers.
Nice.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Right.
Commercial space is for you. Parks and attractions for you. Housing and residential developments for you. Beautiful rental properties for you. Improving quality of life through infrastructure development across Jamaica for you. The Urban Development Corporation, making development happen for you. Brought to you by the Urban Development Corporation.
UDC for you.
Get tiles and get creative with your floors, walls, and all the spaces in between. Our knowledgeable sales consultants are happy to help create your beautiful finish with the latest designs in first quality porcelain, wood look, vinyl, mosaics, natural stones, and countertops. At Creative, you will get every tile you need for your residential or commercial projects. Creative Building Finishes, your one-stop shop for everything tiles. Visit our showroom at 5 Red Hills Road or call 876-929-5553. Get tiles, get creative.
We want a piece for Jamaica. Yeah. Yo, what are you?
Oh man, no, no, brother, no, man,
You don't see you ever play ref? Dirty game,
yeah, but a little bad game. No, I said, place you come from, brother, I want to live good, man. I want to live good, Bridging. No shake hand, I can play a little bad, Bridging.
Really have to shake hand?
Yeah, man, and no badness, Bridging, just live good, man.
That's it. Come together as one, and make the violence done.
From dreams to reality, let Active Home Center be your one-stop shop to recreating the space you've always imagined. Shop everything under one roof in Kingston and Montego Bay. Tiles, bathrooms, furniture, lighting, fans, windows, doors, and so much more. Your dream home starts here. Visit our showrooms in Kingston at 84 Consul Spring Road or Montego Bay at Barnett Tech Park. Active Home Center, more savings, more choices.
Amazing things. Good morning to all the bibliophiles this morning.
Yes.
Persons who love to read. And I know reading maketh the full man. So read and read all you can. Join the library or buy a book and give it more than just a passing look. Good morning to all librarians all across Jamaica this morning.
Whoever wrote that jingle must feel good when they hear you sing it all these years later.
I know.
That means that it worked.
Them time they have big back TV. You understand? Yeah.
And you have a library card.
Yeah, you have a library card and you go and you find it and you have to put the author's last name, then comma, then first name. Right. You understand?
I wanted to be a writer. Well, I've always wanted to be a writer.
But you are a writer.
But I remember being in grade 3 and I wanted to be a writer.
Yeah.
But I had teachers who encouraged it.
Right.
And it's good to have people to encourage
Absolutely.
it.
Teachers are very important. And so good morning to all the literature teachers this morning and teachers generally, because you help to shape so many lives. And that is why we ask you to use your words to shape and to build and not to shame our children, right? Welcome back to Sunrise. And for those of you who join the show, well, you're well late, my love. But as they say in Jamaica, better late than never. And so the Jamaica Book Festival, it's all about the Young Writers Prize, and it's back. And they're calling on students across Jamaica to put their pen to paper and speak their truth, whether it's poetry, short fiction, or powerful non-fiction. Now, this competition is about nurturing the next generation of storytellers. Joining us this morning is Latoya West Blackwood, founder and festival director of the Jamaica Book Festival, along with the very beautiful, talented young lady, darling, from, get this, Dennis, the Senanjo. You can't say Senanjo, girl.
No, I've never heard it said.
Senanjo. Yeah. She's this year's poetry category winner, and to share more about the initiative and the power of young voices, they're both here with us. Good morning, ladies. How are you?
Our edge is neat.
So yeah, life abundant?
Life more abundant. More abundant.
You see it? You told me that. Life more abundant.
She's a prefect.
You're a prefect.
A sub-prefect.
A sub-prefect. Okay, I love it. So you're writing more abundantly, and you won your poetry section. First of all, how did you find out about this competition, and what gave you the encouragement to enter?
So I actually was messaged by one of my primary school friends, and she told me, she was like, I know that you write sometimes. There's this competition happening. You should apply for it, you should submit. So I went on the website and I read all of the, requirements and everything. And I was like, oh, I'm actually eligible. So I submitted, and a few months went by and I was like, oh, I guess I didn't get in, I was like.
And then I didn't get it.
And then one day, because you have to have a mentor as well to enter. So the team emailed my mentor, and my mentor called me. She was like, I need your email, but she couldn't tell me what it was because it was like confidential. So she was like, I need your email. And I was like, okay. So I gave her my email. I checked my email, and
Voila.
I won. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Who knew?
Who knew? I was like,
so what did you write about?
Yeah.
So my the theme that I wrote under was the nature of change. So my poems were mainly about like growing up, and I also incorporated like themes of nature and just like Jamaican life in it as well. So yeah.
Do you tend to like writing about that sort of a thing?
I tend to find that all of my favorite poems have nature in them.
Wait, so I assume you're a literatures in English student now in sixth form?
I'm not actually.
Wow.
Yeah, when I was in grade 11, my teacher at the time, she was like, I wouldn't really recommend that any of you do literatures in English because it's very, it's a very hard subject and people don't tend to get ones in it. So I didn't.
You're all about the ones.
Well, not me, but you know,
we are,
the culture there.
Okay. Well, let me ask you, Abigail. So somebody like who is watching you now, probably another student, is saying, "But Abigail, how do you even write? Like, I don't even know how to write or what to write. Like, you just pick up a pen and get us the word just come. How do you do it?
Where do you draw inspiration from?
Well, I only ever write if I'm feeling a specific, like a strong emotion.
Okay.
So most of the poems that I submitted, I wrote them when I was feeling a little sad. And so what I do, I try not to write and edit at the same time. I find that it's a lot easier for you to just get everything out, get it out there, make it exist first, and then make it better.
That's that.
What I like to do.
That is such a good idea.
See that?
Because you're trying to write and you're trying to fix it.
Exactly.
And then you start fixing and fixing and fixing, and then
it never gets finished. It's just an unfinished work.
Yes.
Latoya, you've been toiling in the vineyard for so many years at this. What does it feel like
to hear Abigail just express all of this?
My heart, it's just like overflowing. Abigail is just an example of the brilliant young people that we've unearthed through. This is the first one. The first one. This is the first one, right? And so we're now promoting the second edition of the prize. When I conceptualized this prize, I thought about examples, for example, of like Derek Walcott, St. Lucian, who was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature. Many people don't know that he published his first poem at 14, a set of plays at 16, and by 19 he had published 2 collections of poetry. So I find that for me, the mission with this competition is really to demonstrate to young people that there is a space for them in the world of literature. Whether you go on to become a novelist or not, storytelling is essential to all aspects of life. And so we found, what I love about the competition, we've designed it to be very inclusive. So it's open to children in grades 9 to 13 right across the island. So the first edition, we got 130 submissions from 12 parishes. And we found typically that, sometimes competitions exclude children in like rural Jamaica. And so I'm very intentional about that. And we've had the 3 categories. So we know that some are more inclined to poetry, others for the non-fiction, it's more essays. For the fiction, it's more short stories. And so we've created a space where anybody can try something.
So what's the deadline for this cohort
The deadline for this year
and when you judge it, what are you looking for?
Okay. So the thing about this competition is that we've set it at a very high standard. So for example, with Abigail's cohort, judges included people like Nicole Dennis-Ben, who are global writers. And so when their work is assessed, it's being assessed at that kind of level.
So it's comparable to anywhere in the world.
Exactly. And we've built in a component in terms of mentorship. So should they decide to take the next steps, they have that level of support. And so this year, the deadline is the 5th of November. So they have some time.
A few weeks.
We accept entries via our website, jamaicabookfest.com, and also via our social media platforms. If you go on Instagram and you go in our bio, the link is there in terms of accessing the form. We encourage them to have mentors in terms of a teacher or somebody who will help them in the process. but we're not excluding anyone if they don't have a mentor readily that they identify, but we prefer that they're supported by a teacher or a parent if they're homeschooled, because
I was about to ask about that.
Right.
Yes.
One of the things we love as well is that we've grown in just 1 year. We now have the Universal Service Fund on board officially.
Nice.
So the winner of each category will get a laptop. That's going to be a tool that they can use to continue their writing. And each winner also gets a bursary of $50,000 from the Bloom Fund.
Wonderful. How concerned are you, or not, that young folks nowadays are just going the ChatGPT route? They're using AI to do their writing, and so it's almost this fear of...
Abigail says, I hate to say it.
There's a fear of the death of imagination.
Yeah, so it is a concern. Artificial intelligence, it's been around for a while, by the way.
Yes,
we talk a lot about AI now, but it's been around in very different components. But now we see it, rapidly.
Full blown.
Exactly. And so our position is we're not against artificial intelligence, because people use it for things like ideation. So if you have an idea and you want to kind of build on it, you can use it as a process to speed it up. Something that you would do in a month, you can probably do it in a day. So there are those advantages. However, as you said, Dennis, in terms of the imagination, in terms of your creativity, in terms of just building those mental muscles, it is absolutely critical that we have initiatives like this, and that's why we're doing it. So the festival this year runs from the 23rd to the 26th. The 26th, we're at the Montego Bay Convention Center, and we will continue, our program there in terms of engaging children and young people around this whole, idea that reading and writing are not just important, but it gives you a competitive advantage in this knowledge economy and the world. Knowing things is cool.
Definitely.
Knowing things is important, and it can also set you apart.
Absolutely. I love that. Give us the website again on Instagram.
Right, it's www.jamaicabookfest.com. You can find us everywhere as Jamaica Book Festival.
Okay, Abigail, is there anybody that you'd like to send a shout out to from your cohort of Singe girls this morning?
Let me think. Michaela.
Hi, Michaela. Good morning. Tassia Wilkinson, good morning to you. Yes, Tassie, good morning to you. And of course, congratulations again, Abigail. And I want the parents and the teachers to really encourage their students to enter the competition. Get those muscles working, because you never know. Like Abigail, who just entered on a whim, a friend called her, and that's a good friend. And them type of friend that you want.
Exactly.
I tell you about them things here.
Hey, my big writer friend.
Yes. Enter.
Absolutely.
So go, Abigail. I'm proud of you, happy for you. And Latoya, this is a very good initiative. And I hope that it will pick up steam and grow more and continue to grow from strength to strength.
Thank you so
incubator
much.
for writers.
Absolutely.
Love it.
Definitely.
Love it. Nice.
All right, my guest has been Latoya West Blackwood, Festival Director of the Jamaica Book Festival, and of course, the one and only Abigail Reynolds of St. Andrew High School.
St. Andrew, Charlie. Life more abundant.
Life
May I tell you, you have to put it in existence and then make it better.
Abundant.
You hear that? You hear that? You see that? GPT could do that.
ChatGPT could do that.
Yeah.
Do that and beat.
Do that and beat, Abigail. Thanks, Abigail.
Abigail is actually going to be taking over the Sunrise stage to recite one of her winning pieces right after the break. Stay with us.
Everybody needs a helping hand, somebody to understand. In the end, we're all human. For people living with HIV, no discrimination. Here to support them through. Respect you as usual. Got to protect them too. One of your friends or your family, somebody in your community. People living with HIV. Protect, accept, and respect people living with HIV. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. One money, two come up. Burger King pick two, come back again. Yo, that is it. Any two combo, double deal quick. It's a good look, pick any two you wish. Whopper Junior bacon and cheese, my favorite. American chicken sandwich or grab a big fish. Plus 2 small fries and 2 small drink. Double deal for my money and it have me a sing. 1 money, 2 combo. Burger King pick 2, come back again. Yo, get BK double deal now on a Burger King. Burger King pick 2, come back again. Yo.
Ashman's Equipment, the new name in forklift sales and rentals in Jamaica. Top quality, low prices, fleet discounts available, 12-month warranty, free service parts, daily rentals, crazy cheap. Ashman's Equipment, same forklift, better deals.
Do you own land and need a title? Well, the National Land Agency NLA can help. Through the systematic land registration process, the NLA will assist residents to get titles in declared project areas across Jamaica. Systematic land registration is the methodical and orderly registration of parcels of land in a designated area known as systematic adjudication area. For further information on the systematic land registration process, including declared systematic adjudication areas, who can apply and the benefits, visit the National Land Agency's website at www.nla.gov.jm or email asknla@nla.gov.jm. The National Land Agency, one agency, one goal.
And everybody with me, yeah.
Why eat other snacks when sunshine is the best for you? Nature's best buns are crunchy. The flavor that sings to you. Salted banana and plantain. Taste the freshness, naturally sweet. The flavor that sings to you.
Ayo, nature's best bunch.
Cold, wet grass reaches up to supermoon.